Welcome back, everyone, to another Company of Heroes 2 replay cast. And this time, we have a disgusting 3v3 on Red Bull Express. Sent in by Ailinus the Kekistan over here, which is a stupid name, but it's only his Steam name. I know him as Alan, and that is what I will refer to him as. He's actually a member of my Discord server. And this game was actually played by the Woodstock Professional Company of Heroes 2 squad. Playing on the Woodstock Discord server, which you find in the description. Go fucking join it. But be warned, it's a really, really shitty place sometimes. It's an interesting place, full of interesting people. Anyway, he's obviously playing as the Soviets. And if you know Alan, you know that he is a tanky commie, like Hitler, Stalin, Mao killed 100 billion people. So this is no surprise. And also we have another Soviet player, and that is going to be General Winter. Now, I know him as Trashy, again, a member of my Discord server, so this is what I will refer to him as. And we have an American player, Rararagi. Now, his handle on my Discord server is HM9000, or HM for short. He's like, he's appeared in a few of my, whatchamacalldem, Hearts of Iron videos, as has, actually, Trashy. So this is what I will be referring to these people as. HM, the Americans in the south, the Soviets in the middle, Trashy, and Alan in the north. So if you get confused by this, this is why. And these Sturm Pioneers are getting absolutely annihilated by the American riflemen. So that's pretty good. However, it looks like there's a bit of a double team going on with Panzer Fusiliers and Volksgrenadiers. Let's check out the Nazi players. So we have an OKW guy on the left side, Boxes. Really stupid name. These Sturm Powers are definitely going to get fucking destroyed by the light scout car, the Penal Battalion, and the second scout car coming in. So this is about to be really, really bad for the Nazis on that side. And it looks like on the other side, we have two more OKWs. We have Kent Linimo, Kent Linimo, Kent, and Ratfucker. I need to close my window, otherwise you will hear so many sounds from the outside. And we have the double clown car. Oh, this is a I think this is a unoptimal usage of the clown car, by the way, because as you can see, rather, what we have is we have some penals inside the clown car, and I think it would be better to use the combat engineers, because if you pop the combat engineers in there, you can. Yeah, once you take damage, you pop out and repair. And you can get the flamethrower. And I used to be able to get the flamethrower on the Penal Battalion as well, so it was, it was doable. And, but there comes a wipe. The issue with putting a 6-man squad as well, like the Penals inside the clown car, is that, as you saw, there are only 4, spots on the clown car to actually fire. So you're actually losing firepower by putting your Penal Battalion inside the clown car. And I'm not sure if there's something like this, but I vaguely remember a mechanic where units that are inside a vehicle shoot less accurately. But I might be wrong on this. I remember this being a thing, but again, I might be wrong on it. Anyway, looks like Kent Linimo is going for a spam of Panzer Fusiliers, which does make a bit of sense considering the breakthrough doctrine that he has gone for. Breakthrough doctrine, which of course later on in the game is going to give him the access to the Jagdtiger, the favorite vehicle of all the Nazi players. But it's not going to help him in these early game infantry fights, which looks like are going not so well for him. He's getting pushed back from the center. However, the Nazis, with their double team, have been able to push all the way up to the Allied base on the right side with some Volksgrenadiers. And considering the ranges at which generally infantry tends to fight in Red Bull Express, the Volksgrenadiers are definitely a very good choice with their long-range Kar 98Ks. Although it looks like Ratfucker is also going for a Panzer Fusilier doctrine, this one being the Grand Offensive with the Tiger later down the line. So yeah, we have some Panzer Fusilier spam. Now this is like not exactly not exactly like my favorite thing in the world, but once you do start to get some G40 freeze going, yeah, that can be strong, and even the double Panzerschrecks are potentially an option. Certainly does give you a bit of versatility that is lacking on the Volksgrenadiers right now, due to the fact that they can't upgrade Panzerschrecks anymore, and they haven't been able to for a long time. Nice flank from these Sturm Pioneers is going to force HM's riflemen to run away. Now, this push on the right side has like meant that the oh damn, oh no, the flame grenade, get out. Has meant that the Germans have a bit of a fuel lead right now, and a actually really big munitions lead over the Allies. This is because of the 2 points that they took over. But the Allies looks like now they're able to come back around to the right side, especially with their clown car, and start to recap some of these areas and get back up to parity when it comes to resources. As well, oh, that's going to be a wipe on those Sturmfighters. They got executed by the Penal Battalion. Is what is supposed to happen to the Penal Battalion in the minds of the Nazis. Who play this game and think that the Soviet Union had just like people with machine guns behind every single human wave attack, ready to just gun down their own soldiers. Well, what they think is supposed to happen to the Penal Battalions in that regard just happened to these Sturmpios. They just got fucking mowed down, like, completely. Looks like Trashy's going for a couple of Penals. No upgrade on the medics. You could use the medics from Alan, who's going for a tank of a battalion command. That's pretty early, actually. 6 minutes. Considering the fact that the fuel hasn't been completely taken over by the Allies, no one's going for caches. Interesting. We have the tank of a battalion command coming up. 23 fuel, which means that he's going to be able to get a T-70 relatively soon, if he so desires. And it might be a good idea. We do have an MG 50 cal coming in from HM9000, and this is a pretty decent move because this map is pretty good for machine guns. This Penal could probably attempt to come down and cap a couple of these strategic points and do the same thing that the Germans did on the right side to the left side. Nice grenade, almost gonna wipe out the Sturm Pioneer squad, but Sturm Pioneer squad is going to be finished off by the lieutenant with his Thompson submachine gun, completely annihilating that Nazi and wasting him for the glory of America. Yeah, it looks like the Allies are kind of recovering after... why is Trashy talking to me? Fuck off. I don't have time to answer you right now. I'm casting your fucking replay. Anyway, Panzerschreck's upgraded. Why is he upgrading like a mixture of G43s and Panzerschrecks? It's still 7 minutes. He doesn't need to fear enemy vehicles. Like, any vehicle that comes up is going to be countered by the rifle. Actually, look at this. Huh. Now, this is quite interesting. If you upgrade the Panzerschrecks, you lose the ability to shoot the rifle grenade. Okay. And apparently the recon package also adds another soldier and makes them go to 6 men as they used to be 6 men. Oh, here comes a grenade. Ow. Pretty evil. But since this is a Panzerschreck squad, they're gonna get just mowed down by the Guards riflemen with their DP-28s. Yep. That Guards rifle, despite the grenade, is going to win this fight pretty easily. They do retreat, though. They probably could have, like, dropped a Panzerschreck model and perhaps gotten that Panzerschreck to go down to the ground. But, of course, Guards, once they upgrade DPs, can't really pick up weapons anyway. Looks like Alan is going for a few Guards. So he's got 2 Penals and 2 Guards. Looks like he's going to use them for a mixture of anti-infantry and anti-tank. I'm guessing that this Guard squad is also going to be upgraded with DP-28s and is going to try to basically establish infantry superiority over the left side of the map. The Guards doctrine is the mechanized support tactic, so that does mean that he's going to get the ISU-152 super heavy assault gun and the L2 Sturmovik and the Mark vehicle. Now, the ISU 152 is obviously going to be massive on a map like this, although the Jagdtiger is going to counter it. And I mean, when you're on a map like this, you have to expect like the Nazis to go for Jagdtigers. Stewart on the field for HM. I'm not really the biggest fan of this choice. I've seen Stewarts do really, really badly lately when I've played. They're just like generally unable to get a lot of kills and damage, but we'll see. They seem really, really nerfed compared to what they used to be. And looks like the doctrine that was chosen is the Urban Assault Company. So we've got the Urban Assault equipment with incendiary grenades. We've got the Sherman Assault Kit, which is Shermans can fire white phosphoruses and can be equipped with dozer blades. That seems pretty useful. I've actually never played this doctrine. This is because I haven't played that much Company of Heroes in the past, like, 4 years. And, of course, the Sherman Calliope and the Rangers. So, you know, you can never go wrong with the Sherman Calliope and the Rangers, really, obviously. Especially against the... Oh, looks like he's trying to run over the Assault Officer, but that's unfortunately not how the Steward works. It's technically a light tank, so this means that it cannot run over... Well, he can definitely shoot the officer in the face, but he cannot run over infantry, which is rather sad, really. We do have a sniper from Trashy. It's starting to pick off some Nazis. 2 kills. Looks like he has gone for some shock troops with the shock rifle frontline tactics, of course. So KV flamethrower, Nignogging, and the IS-2 heavy tank. So it looks like we have basically a just decently balanced mix of units from the Allied Doctrine choices. We have a heavy assault gun, you know, heavy tank destroyer. We have a heavy tank, and we have the artillery anti-infantry choice. When it comes to the Germans, we have Breakthrough Doctrine, Luftwaffe ground forces, and the Grand Offensive. So 1 heavy tank, 1 heavy tank destroyer. Oh, satchel charge. Wow, that satchel charge was weird. Yeah, I'm not really sure about this Luftwaffe ground forces pick. We'll see if the Fallschirmjägers can be used to any good effect. Doesn't really look like they're doing all that much. Nice micro out of the grenade. And yeah, looks like this fight is going to be lost for the Germans with pretty heavy casualties. The Allies are still putting up pressure on the right side of the map, but the sort of concentration of Nazi units, especially given that there's a medical HQ over here, is really proving too much for them. Things are going better on the left-hand side, though. When it comes to VPs, it kind of looks like we have a lead for the Axis, and the Allies are down to 400 points, but we are entering sort of the phase of the game in which it looks like the Allies are going to be at their strongest. Interesting satchel charge. We still have quite a few tools that the Allies have that can like put up a lot of pressure. We still have the clown car being alive. That's going to be a wipe on the MG. We still have the clown car being alive. We still have the sniper being alive. We're starting to see some specialized infantry come out of them. You know, shock troops and, of course, guards. And when it comes to the right side, the Steward pick has slowed down the teching for the Americans, for sure. But it does look like we do have the major battalion command post coming up. Battalion command post, which he can then use to get some Sherman medium tanks with the white phosphorus shells, which seems like a really, really powerful thing, because you can blast them with white phosphorus, make them go down to like 25% HP, and then just wipe them out with the HE shells of the Sherman, the normal HE shells. It seems like it's a really potentially strong sort of synergy to the Sherman. However, what I'm kind of perplexed by for the Allies is just how HM's infantry is going to be able to sort of keep up in the late game, because he is facing as well some Panzer Fusiliers, although it looks like they're Panzer Panzer Fusiliers, couple random support guns. Really not enjoying Ratfucker's build at the moment. He does have a Schwerer Panzer headquarters, and I'm kind of expecting him to go for a Panzer IV at this point. But his forces right now are very unversatile. Very, very unversatile. Can't really accomplish too much. His capabilities are low. Yeah, HM does have a couple machine guns, but his infantry, like, it is getting vetted up, but it doesn't have any weapon upgrades, and he doesn't really have the munitions to, like, mass upgrade to BARs right now, so I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Officer... He was targeted? What? Wait, that officer was targeted by, I have no idea what. Anyway, yeah, it looks like the Nazis are trying to regain some ground in the center and the left. Here comes a bunch of Nazis going in on the clown car. Looks like Valiant Assault was used, allowing them to sprint when out of combat. I almost never use the Valiant Assault, to be completely honest. It's useful to maneuver, but, like, I don't know. So yeah, so far it kind of looks like a just gigantic back and forth between the Axis and Allied infantry, which normally is in the favor of the Axis, right? Because especially when it's the OKW, they have a better late game and they can like retreat the forward retreat points a bit easier. In fact, it looks like Ratfucker has upgraded the retreat point on his Stuka. Oh, sorry, on his medical issue. We do have a Stuka from Kent Linimo. Here comes the massive barrage on HM's infantry, and it's gonna wipe a fair amount of models, but no squads. The machine gun does still have one brave machine gunner left, and it's going to try to hold off the Nazis. I really would be trying to retreat as early as possible to avoid wipes. Yeah, wipes will be avoided, but this is definitely going to allow the Axis to regain control of this right side area. The Stuart is not really going to be able to like counter this in any way because, again, it's just not that effective against infantry. It's got 6 kills, but it's been shooting at infantry like this entire time. Rear echelons are going to get the fuck out of there, and looks like Trashy in the middle is being a bit too cautious. He could just like, come in and try to capture this VP, although it doesn't look like the machine guns here are positioned to just to avoid that, although perhaps a flank would be in order. Left side, we still have one machine gun and one Rockenwerfer, but it's going to be flanked by Allen's Penals, most likely. These Penals have 17 kills, so that's pretty effective. Oh, I hear a Katyusha. Here comes the Katyusha barrage on the MG and the Raketenwerfer. Looks like the Raketenwerfer will avoid that barrage, but the machine gun is definitely wiped, and it's going to be captured by the Penals, I'm guessing. Capture the machine gun. Capture the machine gun. He could even destroy it if he wanted to with the PTRSs, but I feel like you want to capture that. Oh, he's going to capture it with... Wow, he's going to capture it with combat engineers. That's the pro move right there, because reinforcing the combat engineers... okay, so let me explain something. When you capture a weapon team with an existing infantry squad, the properties of the model that you are, the properties of the model from the squad that is capturing the weapon are transferred to the new weapon crew. So if you're capturing it with a combat engineer, the combat engineer model will become the new default model of this machine gun squad. Which actually can lead to some pretty funny things. For example, if you capture a weapon team as the Soviets with shock troops, all the guys that are manning the thing become shock troops. So they get the shock troop armor and they get the shock troop PPSHs. So if the enemy tries to flank your new machine gun that has 5 shock troop crew members along with the machine gunner, they're going to get wiped by the shot. They're going to get in close thinking it's a machine gun. I get in close and I kill it. No, they're going to get wiped by the shock troops PPSH. At the same time, though, that shock troop crew is going to be useless at like range, right? Because they have they have Papashas. At the same time, however, if you capture it with shock troops, when you go to reinforce it, it will cost as much as you were to reinforce shock troops. Same if you do it with combat engineers. It's going to cost as much to reinforce this machine gun crew as it is to reinforce a Soviet combat engineer, which, if I recall correctly, is 16 manpower per model, which is obviously, like, pathetically laughable, like an incredibly small amount of manpower. Let me see if I can... No, I cannot see any combat engineer reinforcements. So yeah, oh, nice. Satchel charge on the Panzer IV. Looks like Ratfucker did go for the Panzer IV, but... is this captain upgrading anything? No. Should probably not be standing around the Panzer IV. Here comes the Stuart! Yeah, here comes the Stuart on the Panzer IV with a damaged engine. The Stuart could kill the Panzer IV because the Stuart is actually decently effective against vehicles. It's actually penetrating the rear armor of the P4, but the P4 does have way too much support from these Panzerschreck squads, so the Stuart needs to back off and repair again. Anyway, yeah, anyway. The Katyusha, in my opinion, on the left side, very good choice from Alan. Not a very good choice is standing around like this, to be completely honest. If I were Alan, I would try to at least get some harassment done at this point. Although it looks like we have a... Oh, I'm already expecting what is gonna happen. The Katyusha is reloaded. Расцветали яблони, груши, поплыли тумани над рекой. Выходи... There's another Katyusha. Выходила на берег Katyusha, на высокий берег над рекой. And yeah, it looks like the Nazis are getting fucking wiped by the Katyusha. Excellent shot on that Vet 2 Panzer Schreck, not Panzer Schreck, Volksgrenadier, sorry, squad. I get mixed up my German words. Oh, okay. Boxes is exhibiting some like thinking, like some critical thinking skills. He saw the Katyusha firing and was like, instead of running against like, instead of running against the same point that I run against all the time, let me go somewhere else. What is this Katyusha doing? Yeah. I'm guessing that's not what he intended to happen. Nice retreat, though, because this is going to allow the Katyusha to fire against the blob without hitting its own guys. And here comes the barrage. Unfortunately, there's some hedges over here, but it's gonna just absolutely annihilate the Folks blob. I think it wiped, like, one squad, right? That must have wiped the squad. Let me see. Really? It didn't wipe a squad? Hold on. Let me please see things from his perspective. Really? That did not wipe anything. Maybe it didn't register. 3 Volksgrenadiers lost. 1 Sturmpile lost. The Sturmpile was earlier. It must have lost at least a Volksgrenadier squad, right? That was 5 squads. Anyway, all the other models are just like completely destroyed, so they're all the way back to HQ. It's gonna take a while for them to be at all useful. Oh, and they're gonna retreat through the incendiary artillery. How evil. Another OKW blob. Yeah. Oh, here comes the Calliope. Okay, now this is like, okay, all 3 allied players went for a rocket artillery unit. I'm not entirely certain that this was perhaps the best idea. Here comes a KV flamethrower, actually. But obviously, considering the OKW players are going for some extreme blob tactics, it's gonna be effective, right? Unfortunately, the Calliope was just slightly off-aimed, right? Could have been aimed towards the point, but, you know, it did cause a bit of damage. Get, you know, like 5 kills or something? 3 kills. Not exactly ideal, but... Oh, here comes another Panzer IV Ausf. These OKW motherfuckers really seem to be loving this thing. Propaganda war, gonna force some guards to retreat. We have some Panzerschreck, Schwer Panzer quarters going up. Of course, immediately gets upgraded to shoot on the ground. Because, you know, I want my Panzer headquarters to shoot at people. Yeah, what the fuck are the Nazis doing with their teching? We have Ratfucker going for another Panzer IV. At this point, he could have saved up for the Tiger. Like, he's at 10 command points. Like, he's gonna have enough command points and enough resources for the Tiger at about the same time, so it would be optimal to wait for the Tiger. Instead, he goes for another Panzer IV, which is just like giving the Allies like a free like pass to go without their like anti-tank, right? Because right now what the Allies did is they went for heavy anti-infantry with their rocket artillery, but this is supposed to be countered by an increased German armor, which is going to make them regret not investing in anti-vehicle. Unfortunately, it looks like... Where was the AT gun? Yeah, it looks like the AT gun is not on the field, perhaps yet. No AT guns from Allen and no AT guns from Trashy because they both went tier 1. Perhaps they should have coordinated this better. So actually, like a Nazi tank force would be very, very strong right now, especially because Trashy then even went for the KV flamethrower heavy tank. And Alan did go for an Su-85, so we do have some anti-vehicle right now on the Soviet side. Holy shit, 26 kills for the Katyusha. Did he wipe something? Yeah, it looks like he wiped like a Volksgrenadier or something. Very, very insidious for the Nazis. The Katyusha needs to get the fuck off right now because there's a Panzer IV in the region, and the SU needs to be activated. The SU could perhaps shoot through the hedgerow with attack round, but it's kind of risky to do that. KV Flamethrower, absolutely useless against these Panzer IVs. But again, if the Tiger had been gone for, wow, that smoke run actually helps the Allies. That's the most useless smoke run I've ever seen from Ratfucker. Anyway, if he had gone for the Tiger, he could punish this Allied composition much more than he was. So for once, going for the fucking Tiger would have been a good idea. Anyway, obviously the two Panzer IVs are still going to be effective, just not nearly as the, you know, Panzer IV plus Tiger combo. KV Flamethrower activates the Flamethrower and will now go in and try to absolutely wipe out the blob of Nazi infantry. He's going to take a bunch of damage from these Panzer IVs, of course, so he's going to need to shoot one flame and then get the fuck out of there. Out of control for the first Panzer IV. What happened to it? Oh, that's the AT gun with the armor-piercing saber rounds. Absolutely annihilating one of the Panzer IVs. The second Panzer IV is also in trouble. They're just like standing in the line of fire of this AT gun. I'm not sure how this blob of Panzer Fusiliers is not able to come in and wipe out the AT gun. That probably has to do with the 50 caliber heavy machine gun that was suppressing them, most likely. So yeah, I guess trading one machine gun and one anti-tank gun for almost two Panzer IVs, only one Panzer IV. Still a pretty decent trade. Unfortunately, no munitions for satchel charges. No PTRSs for anti-vehicle satchel charges. This penal squad is gonna die. Trashy is, however, floating a shitload of manpower, so he does need to like start rebuilding new units. Alan has complete command of the left side. That is very important to do because of the VP and the fuel point, of course, from the Allies' standpoint. Fallschirmjägers with FG-42s. Not really all that useful. I don't like Fallschirmjägers, guys. I can't make myself like these fucking units. Like, now that they're 340 manpower, they're better than they used to be. But I'm just, like, still not the biggest fan of these fuckers. Like, they just never seem to be worth the expenditure. And they seem to be just rather lackluster. Anyway, I do enjoy how these two units are just on the other side of the hedgerow compared to each other. The Katyusha, though, is ready to fire, and 26 kills, Vet 2, which means that I think, yeah, that increases the reload rate. Now, on the other side, Trashy is reaching the fuel necessary to go for the IS-2. Oh, here comes a Panzer IV, actually. Oh, but that's just unfortunate. Holy shit. Oh, yeah, the Katyusha now sees... Wait, what? Why did it only fire, like, one rocket? Oh, this is a... What is this Panzer IV doing? Oh, the satchel charge kills both the penal squad and... What is this Katyusha doing? Get the fuck out of there! Get the fuck out of your Katyusha! Oh, it looks like he wasn't paying attention. He was microing over here. Well... There goes the Fallschirmjägers, but also there goes the Katyusha. I think the Katyusha is a more important thing. But let's see if the Panzer IV is going to survive this, because we have the anti-vehicle satchel charge. Oh, he barely avoids the range, but it's still like a very bad position for this Panzer IV. He's trying to run away as fast as possible. He might be saved by these logs, and also by the fact that the Su-85 fucking misses every single time. Jackson goes down on the right side, but the Panzer IV is dying to the AT gun plus rocket barrage. The AT gun is also going to die, most likely. The other Panzer IV is also dying. Where's the KV Flamethrower? It's all the way back over here. To be completely honest, maybe the KV Flamethrower could try some plays right now. Yeah, really big loss for the Allies, of course, losing that Katyusha. But at the same time, this actually means that he's going to have enough pop cap to go for the Isu-152, which I don't think he had enough pop cap to do earlier, because he was at like over 80 pop cap. Yeah. Anyway, big loss for the Allies because you lose that veteran Katyusha, but I don't know. He's going to go for the Isu-152 and try to wipe out squads that way. Calliope's starting to get some kills, 13. He's going to need to build up that veterancy again on this Calliope to increase the rate of fire. Let's talk just overall strategy. I'm not sure exactly what the Nazis are going for. It's pretty clear what the Allies are going for. They're trying to whittle down the Nazi infantry slowly but surely with heavy, heavy artillery sort of focus, and later going into heavy tanks and, just generally high area of effect units, while their infantry sort of plays a supporting role. The Nazis seem to be more into the infantry blobs and the medium tanks. However, looks like Ratfucker has finally realized that he can now purchase Tigers, so he's going to go for that. Here comes a Stuka from boxes, which... Oh, that was so close to being a great Stuka, but it really wasn't. Pretty great big bullshit Stuka of Doom. Anyway, I'm not really sure what he's going for. Like, completely honestly, like, he doesn't have any late game armor in his doctrine, so why is he not going for some Panthers to counter the obviously coming late game allied armor? No clue. Like, a couple Panthers would do wonders in defeating the ISU-152 for sure. Here comes the ISU-152. Here it is. And of course the IS-2 as well. Big Papa Pump on the field. Big ass cannon. That's what you want to see. Oh, here comes the Calliope barrage. Oh, on to the medical HQ. Oh, that's devastating. Incredibly lucky, to be honest, that it doesn't wipe any of the infantry squads. But it did wipe one of the support guns, and that's veterancy off of a unit that is unlikely to be very useful without veterancy in the late game, so that's nice. More fucking Fallschirmjägers from boxes, guy. I'm really not liking these Fallschirmjägers. So again, it kind of seems like the Allies' strategy is made to counter the Axis strategy that they saw with the infantry blobs. And with the tank destroyers coming in the late game, they're of course going to have a pretty decent thing going for them as well. Oh, the KV flamethrower will now be able to just shoot his hot, sticky flame load at all of these Nazi infantry, which is also going to be whittled down by the HE rounds of the ISU-152. Unfortunately for the Allies, it looks like there's just way too much Nazi infantry, and the AT gun is going to be destroyed. But here comes the IS-2 Big Papa Pump. All of these Nazi squads are just like so lucky to be alive. One of them is wiped. Will the second one be wiped? Yes, it will be wiped by the IS-2. I mean, what do you think is going to happen when you send a gigantic infantry blob against a bunch of, like, heavy armor equipped with massive guns, you know? Like, what the fuck do you think is going to happen? Like, they're not... I know they said in, like, the Mein Kampf, like, SS training manual that your soldiers are, like, Aryan Ubermensch, but they didn't mean that they can survive 152mm tank shells to the face. So that's, yeah, unless the Nazis can, like, counter this with some heavy tanks or Panthers or something like that, it kind of seems like the Allied strategy is, you know, working and tailor-made to counter the Axis strategy, which is not being changed. And this is gonna spell their doom, perhaps. We have another Calliope from HM9000. HM, you're fucking insane. Like, least insane HM moment for real. For real, my dude. And there goes another Panzer Fusilier squad. He's just not letting them, like, build up veterancy. This is pretty good. But I'm not really the biggest fan of getting... Oh, that was pretty devastating. I'm not the biggest fan of the double Calliope, to be completely honest. Like... Although, I mean, the Katyushas were destroyed, so perhaps having a single player focusing on just the artillery side of things is good. Trashy, why the fuck do you have free shock troops? Look at their kill counts. only one of these squads has like done anything at all. Like he's just going Z. Like this is Z. This is just Z. He's just zigging. Like look at him. He even kind of looks like he was gonna do the Z, right? Look at this. Look at this. This is like Z. It's like he was going for the Z, right? He needs another unit here to complete the Z. Like he's just zigging. He's just fucking zigging. Like Jesus Christ, stop zigging so hard. Like look at it. Look at this shit. Let me get the taskbar off. Let me try to. And the replay name from Alan was Etaze Bliat. So yeah, he's just going full like special military operations, ZZZ, Putin, Slava Russia, you know, blah 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 blah, you know. Kill the banderists. Like, I don't know. This is completely fucking useless. Like, this is not gonna accomplish anything. They're gonna fucking charge in and die. Like at this point in the game, fucking shock troops are not useful. A couple shock troops earlier would have been useful, 1 or 2. But like 3 shock troops this late in the game is completely fucking useless, and it's just... I mean, at this point, I'm just waiting for you to make the Z formation so I can at least make a decent fucking thumbnail, you fucking piece of shit. Let me make a thumbnail at the very least. If you're gonna be bad, you know. Anyway, I'm sure the Yag Tiger is coming. Oh, but how good am I? But how good am I at reading the minds of these fucking people? These aren't people. See, that's the thing. I'm not even good at reading like the minds of these people because they aren't people. I'm good at reading the minds of these fucking Nazi bots that play this game. Of course he goes for the Yag Tiger at this point in the game. Fucking please, at the very least, upgrade the fucking engine. Just upgrade the fucking engine and use the 128 centimeter supporting fire so it's at least fucking useful against something. Anyway, this is not... As much as I fucking hate to say this, this is not even a terrible decision. And I'm gonna explain why. This is why. So ISU 152 is obviously going to be very strong against the Nazi infantry. Why are you not using target vehicles? Wait, why is it shooting at the infantry? You're supposed to have target Is this... Holy shit, is this faggot serious? Sorry for the F word, it's an image. It's a quote. Okay. Is this motherfucker serious? Is he actually attack grounding? Or has he actually, like, right-clicked the Pino Battalion with his fucking Yag Tiger? I am actually, like, so fucking pissed off. Like, I'm actually just so angry at this guy. All these fucking Nazi players in this game, they're all the same. Like, they all manage to just, like, do these kinds of... Is he gonna chase? Yup, it's gonna chase! He was right-clicking! I'm pretty sure he was right... Holy shit. Holy shit. I'm actually just so dumbfounded. Anyway, he could use the 28.3 kilograms APCBC HE shells to shoot through the walls. I'm inside your walls. I'm inside your walls, and you can go do that on the ISU 152. The ISU 152 cannot counter it in any fucking way. And even if you don't want to be fancy and use those... Oh, there goes the Vet Free Steward. No, don't go up alone. You have like 6 infantry squads that can support you. Use the 6 infantry squads to scout what's up, and then send in the IS-2. Anyway, so the Yag Tiger could like be fancy and use the APCBC shots. Kent. How about... My dude, how about we have a fucking chat, okay? Okay. My dude, I know you're a special needs, like, fucking child who plays OKW and 3v3s, right? Oh, those are... Am I wrong, or are these colors, like, more East Germany than Nazis? Like, that, or Imperial Germany? Like, that shit don't look Nazi colors. Anyway. I know you have issues. You're playing Company of Heroes 2 as well, so it's not, yeah. Why the fuck are you using your precious munitions that you could be using to use your Jagdtiger effectively? You know, with the 128mm supporting fire to wipe units, with the object-piercing shells to make sure that the allies cannot counter your Jagdtiger, with the engine improvements to make sure it doesn't fucking... It's not fucking useless. You went breakthrough doctrine. You're going for the Jagdtiger, right? I mean, I want to, like, disable the Discord overlay, but, oh my god, I want to disable this Discord overlay so bad. Anyway, yeah. You have Panzer Fusiliers that need to be upgraded. Oh, you are upgrading those. You need to fucking use your munitions in the way that God intended. Not use breakthrough tactics when you have no, like, urgent points that need to be captured. This ability is used when you're VP rushing. Oh my god. Or when you're, like, quickly capping after the enemy has retreated all of their units. You can't really cap like 6 points cost effectively with this. Anyway, your MG is gonna get fucking flamed by the KB flamethrower, and you fucking deserve it, okay? You fucking deserve your MG to be flamed by the KB flamethrower. You fucking deserve your Jagdtiger to be sitting here fucking useless while your fucking Bet-5 Panzer Fusiliers get gunned down by riflemen, and your Jagdtiger can't do fucking shit to support because you don't have munitions to use the 28 supporting fire. Why the fuck are you not using prioritized vehicles? You are using prioritized vehicles. What in the flying fuck is happening? Why is this Jagdtiger shooting at infantry? Here comes a Calliope, which is certainly not being very useful. Not being super useful, to be completely honest. How do I disable the Discord, like, overlay for this game? I'm supposed to be able to do this, right? Well, I guess I'm doing that after this game. Fucking A. Oh, well, sorry for that. Yeah, here comes some more Calliopes, 1919. Yeah, pretty fucking much. Like, the Calliopes are slowly whittling down the Axis infantry. And since the Axis did not go for, you know, Panthers and Tigers that can, like, actually push up against the S2 heavy tank and the ISU-152. Where the fuck is the ISU-152? It's back repairing. Then there's not much that they could... What the fuck is this IS-2 doing? Yeah, that was... Well, if the IS-2 is just gonna kill itself like that, then... Yo, what is this artillery? Is this a Nazi artillery hitting Nazi vehicles? No, it's not an airborne assault. What the fuck kind of ability is that? Well, I have no idea. Anyway, let me see if I can, overlay. I will pause the streaming. All right, I have disabled the annoying messages that... I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure you couldn't see the annoying messages, but I could, and it was preventing me from seeing, like, the units ledger. Anyway, more Calliope barrages. 48 kills, oh my god. 40 kills for the Calliope. And the Germans are lucky that this teal blob did not get fucking wiped in that. The second Calliope, though, is about to be off cooldown. Nice usage of the Calliopes, by the way, by HM. What he's doing is he's echeloning the fire. Like, he's firing one Calliope, then he's firing another one, so that way he's almost always got one, at least one, that is ready to fire and off cooldown, so that if, like, anything is gonna happen, he can just, like, put up a constant barrage of fire. And now, as you can see, he sees the steel blob, and he can immediately just go in and fire the Calliope. Of course, the teal blob is by far being the one that's the best managed. There goes the Vet 4 fucking Sturm Pioneers. Is by far the best managed out of all the OKW blobs that are going around, because he's actually, like, moving around and, like, making it hard for the enemy to, like, understand where his target is, but then he just walks into a KV flamethrower, you know? He's lucky. He's just so fucking lucky that the KV flamethrower is relatively nerfed right now, because that probably should have wiped the entire blob. Like, that could have wiped the entire blob a while ago. And then he finally actually purchased the fucking Tiger. Deutschland! Wait, why is it... What? Why the lag with the physics? Like, Deutschland! Yeah! Fucking Nazi mode activated. Giga Nazi hours. Jackson, yeah, to be completely honest, except for the Calliope management by HM and the ISU management by, and I guess the infantry as well, by Allen, the Allies aren't even playing that much better than the Axis. They're just, like, not blobbing into powerful armor. Like, oh, that MG got wiped out. They're just not blobbing into, like, extremely strong anti-infantry units, so they're winning. Like, it's just simple as, literally. ISU 152 coming in with the 18 kills, so it's starting to pay for itself slowly but surely. Allen is by now at a position where he's got, like, full pop cap, he's got a complete control over the left side. To be completely honest, he could probably move, like, a couple units over here to the center to, like, be more useful in actual fights. Because it looks like the Nazis have completely forgotten about the left side, even though they really shouldn't have forgotten about it, but they did. Oh, and here comes the King Tiger, of course. So the Nazis now have their, like, triple threat, you know, trifecta of Hitler mode. Yag Tiger, Tiger 6, and Tiger... You know, King Tiger, Tiger B. Yeah, I mean, it was to be expected that at some point it would happen. So let's see if the Allies is... yeah, at this point it should probably be on AP rounds by default, the ISU 152. Let's see if the Allies is, like, defensive positions and, you know, preparations for this moment live up to what they need to be. Oh, nice Satchel charge. That's going to slow down that Tiger. The Allies, in the meantime, have used the sort of superiority that they built up in the past, I would say 25 minutes to basically cap VPs and make sure that their VP count is now 261 as opposed to the Nazis' 100. But the Germans are going to be able to hold a double cap, I think, pretty easily now that they have all of this, like, heavy armor. What the fuck are these two tanks doing here? Your allies are doing a massive offensive on the right. Man, and they're getting destroyed. Like, the Su-85 and the ISU-152 are, like, annihilating the Panther. Got lucky, to be completely honest, that there's no IS-2 because of it being lost earlier, so I couldn't chase. And the Tiger is, of course, in deep trouble. Not even the Jackson was destroyed, and it doesn't look like any of the Allied infantry squads were wiped either. So yeah, this is pretty devastating for the Germans. Of course, this is like this push on the left is allowing them to capture some VPs, but I mean, now the Allies can just shift around after having defeated the Axis push into the center. Now that all of their units are replenishing and repairing, and shift to the right with their units and just crush the blue guy 2v1 or 3v1. Like, you know, pretty simple, to be completely honest. Holy moly. The ISU-152 starting to get to sort of make itself felt on the battlefield. At this point, I feel like it should be switching over to armor-piercing rounds. It is switching over to armor-piercing rounds. And now I can fire at the KT and start to damage it. Wow, doesn't fucking penetrate it. Oh shit, the Su-85 is in deep fucking trouble because of this Panzerfaust. Vet 2, it would be nice to keep it alive when it comes to Vet 2 and Vet 3 Su-85s. Of course, one of the most valuable units on the field for any Allies player in any real circumstance where the Axis are gonna have any kind of armor. What the fuck is this Yag Tiger doing? Why the fuck doesn't it have its engine upgrades? It's almost like you're actually just LARPing as the Nazis. You're like, nah, I don't need good engines for my fucking tanks. Like, you know, like, who needs good engines, you know? Let my tanks be fucking slow and unreliable. Jesus fucking Christ. Sorry, I was drinking. I'm starting to need to be intoxicated to survive this. So, this is why I was complaining earlier that the Nazis aren't going for like Panthers and they went for like double Panzer IV or whatever, right? Now, I myself am not the biggest fan of just go Panther as the OKW, which used to be a pretty common just like brain default moment for the OKW players. But, and there's a major but, the Panzer IV, even though it's very strong, it's got 50 kills. This one's got 50 kills, so obviously, you know, it's been cost effective. But had that second one not existed, perhaps Ratfucker would have a vetted Tiger and a vetted Panther, because they would have been on the field earlier and they would have had some chance to get veterancy for this moment. Now he's facing off against the Vet Jackson, and if you want to push against the Vet Jackson, you just need Panthers, because the Tiger is too slow to catch up to it, so the Jackson can just kite back, and the Panzer IV is fast enough to catch it, but it does not have the armor or the hit points necessary to survive a veteran Jackson if it's kiting away. Because it's gonna, the Panzer IV can catch the Jackson, it's just not gonna be able to like kill it in time if it's at long range, because at long range the Jackson outputs much more damage to the Panzer IV than the Panzer IV does to the Jackson. So this Vet 5 Panzer IV, ironically, is not really all that useful, like at this point. So yeah. Anyway, ISU 152, unfortunately, still got armor piercing loaded from the earlier. This is just a unit that you need to like fucking babysit in Microsword. Yo, here comes the Vet Free Clown car, which is still alive. It's gonna be suicided, which I don't think is like a good move, right? Yeah, I'm not liking this. I think this is a misplay by Alan. Okay, so first of all, but he's like max pop cap, I see, and he doesn't have any engineers, so I see what he's doing. But I still would like sacrifice, I think I would even sacrifice like a Pinot squad over this, because it had capture territory. It's vet free, so it's like massively fast. That thing can like go around and like take shit. Like can go around, take this point, go around, maybe even try to like cap this point, and it doesn't care about machine guns, so I think he could have like tried to do something with it, at least to do some like harassment. At this point in the game, when your like energy and like attention span is entirely focused on like managing your, you know, increasingly like important like per capita, I guess, units, like your units just become more important to preserve at this point in the game, ironically, even though you have more resources because the veterancy is more important. Plus, you have more units to manage. Oh, that SU-85 is gonna fucking die, like, so hard. Wow. Ironically, its shooting almost killed it. Anyway, when you're at this point in the game, like, harassment, ironically, is going to be a lot more effective, because if you capture this point, maybe they just forget to recapture it, and that's just resources that stack up to you. Resources and, like, vision that stack up to you over the course of time, you know? It's more useful than you expect. This can even work with VPs, and it definitely works with strategic points and munitions points, and it can even work with fuel points. Sometimes people just forget to recapture them. Anyway, here comes the big Nazi offensive on the right. So we've got the Vet 5 Panzer IV, we've got the Panther and the Tiger, which are up to Vet 1. This Rifleman squad, it needs to get the fuck out of there, it's gonna die. It's incredibly lucky, to be completely honest, to be still alive. Here comes the Jackson needing to get the fuck out of there. It's using the armor-piercing rounds, but it needs to get the fuck out of there. It's actually just annihilating this Tiger, but it's having some issues with these Panzer Fusiliers. It needs to continue kiting backwards, or it's gonna get AT grenaded. It is gonna get AT grenaded. Vet 2 Jackson in danger of dying, because the Vet 5 Panzer IV is now gonna chase it down like the dog it is. It's now vet free, but it's not gonna save it because its HP is way too low. Panzer IV also low on HP, but the two Calliopes can't do shit to it. Calliope's up to like obscene amounts of infantry kills. Here comes the AT grenade on the Vet 5 Panzer IV, but it's yeah, it's gonna go off, and the Rifleman squad, it might even get to survive. Here comes the redeployment from the Allies from the center, and the Tiger and Panther and Panzer IV, instead of running away, are trying to be repaired on the battlefield by these Sturm Pioneers. This is an extremely bad move, of course, because it's going to expose them to the continued fire of the Su-85 and the IS-2 heavy tank, which is going to push up. The IS-2, luckily, is sometimes a really fucking shit tank that misses everything, and the Su-85 also fucking misses everything, but it's not gonna miss this shot, and the Nazi tanks are in really, really deep shit. If the Allies discover this, like, Vet 5 Panzer IV repairing over here, or just try to finish off this Vet 2 Tiger that's almost dead, oh my god! Oh, it's gonna come in with the smoke bombs, even though the Allies weren't chasing. Honestly, perhaps this is like the one moment in which the Allies should have chased, and they would have wiped like 2 extremely valuable units off the map. But despite this, the Nazi offensive on the right was not really like at all followed up on the left and center, because the ISU-152 is just mentally dominating this entire space, even though it's not like it doesn't seem to have really like done much from. Excuse me? What killed that? Is that an ML-20? No, there is no ML-20 doctrine, am I right? Like, I'm not insane, right? Like, I'm seeing this like shell coming in. What the fuck? Okay, Mark vehicle. Oh! Hold on. I'm guessing Mark vehicle plus the satchel charge did like an obscene amount of it. Oh, that's what the artillery is. The major killed the Yag Tiger. Holy shit. I have how many hours in Company of Heroes 2? I have 1,661.3 hours in Company of Heroes 2, and a lot of those were watching replays, which people specifically sent to me because of stupid shit happening. And I have never seen this happen. The major killed the Yag Tiger. Okay, so what happened here is the Yag Tiger got satchel charged. It's actually like that was like 10 seconds ago or something. So it got satchel charged, as well as Mark vehicled, as well as like the damaged engine Yag Tiger was not able to escape the major rapid barrage. And the major artillery actually destroyed the Yag Tiger, because with the Mark vehicle, it did like an obscene amount of damage. It even had one more shell left. Oh my god. Now this is some vet-free major killing a Yag Tiger. This is fucking something I have never seen before. Look at this. Look at that fucker. He's like, yeah, America, freedom. Fucking M777 destroying the orcs. My god. So yeah, he just got fucking liberated and zigged at the same time. Incredible. Here comes the Stuka barrage. These Stukas have been completely ineffective on the Nazi side. Why aren't the Stukas trying to like counter? Oh, looks like, no, he was not trying to counter the Katyusha. Why aren't they trying to counter the Katyusha? They're useful for that. Anyway, here comes more like strafing runs, I think. Oh, here comes airborne assault. Will it like do anything? Maybe. Vet-free. Man, all these vet-free Soviet squads are just like barely surviving. Oh, this is a bit of an issue for the ISU-152. One small issue, I'm inside your home. Wait, oh, he got rifle grenaded. Oh, but the the airborne assault, anti-tank rounds. Okay, at least the Panzer IV goes down. Still a bad trade for the Allies. Especially if that Vet 2 Su-85 goes down. Oh, it will go down. That was really good for the Nazis. Oh shit, major disaster for the Allies, but here comes the counterattack. So IS-2 is going to come in supported by infantry, which is definitely something that the Allies are doing better than the Axis. What the fuck is this Jackson doing shooting at infantry? The infantry are Fallschirmjägers, and the Fallschirmjägers are coming in to try to destroy this Katyusha rocket battery. It looks like the IS-2 is very confused as to what it should be doing. The Katyusha is dead. Vet 5 Panzer Fusiliers are trying to flank. Looks like the Stuka is coming in, and it's going to like do almost more damage to the Axis tanks than it is to the Allies, but the Allies are also going to take a massive amount of damage from it, especially this Jackson, which is going to go down. And right now, the other Su-85 from Trashy is starting to get up some veterancy, and it's going to annihilate this fucking Panther. These rear echelons are providing vision, but they're going to sacrifice their life to do so. There is still a Tiger and a King Tiger on the field. The Nazis have lost their Jag Tiger, but they have enough resources to regain this Jag Tiger as early as possible. Mr. Boxes does have a shitload of resources, but he's not fucking building any units because he's fucking stupid, and he has a King Tiger and he can't, like, he doesn't know what else to build except King Tigers. But the King Tiger is about to go down. Here comes the Mark vehicle, which is perhaps going to provide at least a vision that the Allies need to kill it. But it looks like the tank destroyers were not able to follow in time, along with the IS-2. Here comes some kind of barrage. Is this another, like, air attack of some kind? Or is this like a... This is a rapid barrage, a coordinated barrage from the tank. They're trying to repeat the Allied success with the Major on the Allies themselves, but it doesn't look like it's gonna work. The Axis do have 2 VPs as opposed to 1, so they are taking down the Allies. The Allies are down to 160. They have 160 times 3, which is 120, 180, 480 seconds, so like 4 minutes, 5 minutes or something. I'm going stupid. They have a few minutes before they're going to lose the game. But the Axis is down to 67 VPs, and it looks like a major Allied infantry blob with tons of shock troops and tons of guards is going to go into the middle, and these Stukas, I don't think, really have the firepower to stop this many infantry squads. They're going to try. Here comes the slow and the Mark vehicle on the Tiger. Actually, this is not the Mark vehicle. It's just the vehicle button from the guards with the DPs. Oh, that Stuka is going to massacre the Allied infantry, annihilating one of the vet-free guards, but not, like, wiping enough of the squads. The Tiger goes down to the Su-85 tank destroyer, and the... Where is the IS-2? The IS-2 is back up here, not repairing. Vet 5 Panzer IV gonna go down to the Su-85s. One of the Su-85s goes down to the Vet 5 Panzer Fusiliers, but the Vet 5 Panzer Fusiliers are in the fire of the Calliopes. They're just incredibly lucky to survive. But this mid-VP that was captured by the Allies is now gonna be recaptured by the Nazis because this incendiary is weirdly positioned. Perhaps Trashy should be trying to plop down an incendiary artillery barrage to finish off these guys. Sorry, an incendiary artillery barrage. But the Allies still have these Calliopes. These Calliopes which are just racking up kills left, right, and center. Well, especially to the right, because, you know, he's shooting at the Nazis. But this guy's just so lucky with his Vet 5 Panzer Fusiliers, and now he's rebuilding his Panzer Fusiliers, but he's lost all of his vehicles. His Panther, his Tiger, and his Vet 5 Panzer IV are all dead. The gonzo, dead, gone. And look at these Calliopes, look at their kill counts. Here comes a grenade. I knew that he was gonna throw a grenade before I even, like, clicked his unit model. Yeah, despite these Calliope kills, the Nazis still have a lot of infantry that is coming in to capture the middle VP. As I said, the clock is ticking for the Nazis, or at least it would be ticking very heavily if that VP was shifting over to Allied hands. And now that the Allied blobs are going to be replenished and coming back to the center, it's definitely going to be difficult for the Nazis to keep control of this. MG taken, but it's going to retreat away almost immediately. Incendiary artillery barrage gonna be useless. Calliope's just getting even more kills on the medical HQs. Okay. A little tip for Ratfucker. So when this happens to you, right? Your enemy knows where your retreat point is, and they continue hammering it. They know where your units are replenishing and reinforcing and healing up, and they continue hitting it with their artillery. What you should perhaps do is you should disable the retreat point, and instead of keeping your units in an obvious spot to replenish, like towards the front, you know, so that they can go faster to the front, you put them behind the HQ or under the HQ, right? so that it is harder, and you put them further away from the HQ, but still in an area where the medics can reach them, so that this does not happen to you. Because guess what? This might seem like it has no counter, but these artillery units actually have like pretty limited radiuses in which their fire goes, right? You need to aim these pretty accurately. And HM9000 at the moment is aiming these blind because he cannot have vision on this thing all the time because, you know, it's against the OKW, so he can't have like air recon up all the time over it because all the recon planes are going to get shut down. So you don't need to be losing all of your fucking shit all the time, you motherfucking rat fucker. This is not even an insult. It's just your name. You're a fucking rat fucker. Disgusting ass piece of shit. Anyway, your entire army is now made up of Panzer Fusiliers, which is not the most capable and useful fighting force at this point. I sure do love these fucking Giga Elite, like Z-Tard, like Ultra fucking VDV Guards Rifle Infantry. Fucking fucking getting annihilated by a horde of Volkssturm over here, even though they're not Volkssturm, they're Volksgrenadiers. This is literally fucking Ukraine. Like, this was literally fucking Ukraine war. Like, ultra elite Z-Tard, like, elite Russian infantry getting annihilated by a horde of fucking mobilized, like, guys. My god. Anyway, just a difference in numbers. Here comes the Sherman Calliope barrage once again on the HQs, and once again the infantry was standing exactly where it could be hit by the Calliope barrage. Maybe and now you go straight back into it. Like, the Calliopes are gonna reload, you know, 59 kills, 43 kills. Holy motherfucking shit. Это Z, блядь. Yeah, we've got the Grad rockets over here, really zigging on the Banderites. Like, my god. Okay, okay, Kent Linimo changing his strategy around. Instead of going for another Jagdtiger, which, to be completely honest, might have been a good idea because, you know, they still have IS-2s, you know? Like, they still have heavy tanks. Like, the range of the Jagdtiger is still useful against the Jackson and the S-285s and, you know, the IS-2. He goes for 2 Jagd Panzer 470s, which, I don't know, I think I might just rather have the Jagdtiger, to be completely honest. I might just rather have the Jagdtiger than the 2 Jagd Panzers. Anyway, the clock is ticking for the Germans. 2 VPs for the Allies. Oh, this Jackson is not doing something I agree with. This post is fact-checked by real Woodstock Patriots, false. But the Panzer IV does go down, and that was like what was supposed to be the thing, right? But it's a bad trade to trade a Jackson for a Panzer IV without any veterancy, so I don't know. HM can rebuild these Jacksons fairly quickly, though. He's not going to rebuild another one, I'm guessing. Here comes an airborne, but like, why aren't you airborning like over here? Can you airborne like here? I'm guessing yes. Why are you not airborning over here to cap the VP? Man, the lack of harassment is being felt on, like, both sides of the aisle. Like, both sides. Really? Oh, wait. Is the Calliope gonna actually kill this battle group headquarters? Perhaps. Close, but not close enough. In fact, I'm not even sure if it is a good idea to kill this thing. You might want to keep it alive so you can keep, like, fucking kill... Oh, I'm noticing a distinct lack of Vet 5 Panzer Fusiliers. I am noticing a distinct lack of Vet 5 Panzer Fusiliers over here. Did they die here? Yeah, it kind of looks like it. Kind of looks like the Vet 5 Panzer Fusiliers are fucking dead. And it kind of looks like this Sherman Calliope is to play. Holy shit. This is by far one of the most successful pairs of Calliopes I have ever fucking seen. Holy shit. 72 kills on one and 44 kills on the other. That's over 100 kills. Holy fuck. Anyway, the Nazis down to 40 VPs because they don't BAP cap. Allies could also be trying to backcap the right side VP, but the Allies do have like a very strong position for the center. The Nazis have a strong position for the center, but my dude, build some engineers or build a fucking repair pioneers. Repair pioneers, repair pioneers. Move your fucking shit back to the repair pioneers and repair your fucking tanks. Or tank destroyers. Still, anyway, we're fucking repair them. No, the vet-free major! I mean, it's really easy to get your vet-free major back. Is he really not gonna dodge the fucking major artillery? He dodged it by luck. He was lucky to dodge it and not get wiped by that major artillery. Anyway, we found out we finally, today, I have made a contribution to the Company of Heroes Sciences. Oh, he's finally capping the left side. I have made a great contribution to the Company of Heroes Sciences. We have finally discovered what the fuck the major RDA is supposed to be used for. To kill fucking yak tigers, apparently. Yeah. Oh, that's a bad smoke. Oh, wait. Oh, that was from the Germans. Okay, then it's a good smoke. Why are the Stukas in the center? Why is there... Oh, this Stuka actually has 52 kills. Why the fuck are these Stukas here? Fire armor-piercing rounds! No, it doesn't kill it. That's just so sad. Damn, it almost killed the Stuka with armor-piercing rounds, but one of the Stukas dies to armor-piercing. And this is... Oh, no, it doesn't die to armor-piercing rounds. It dies to the SU-85. I was gonna say this is also the first time I've ever seen this happen. A 50 cal killing a Stuka, but... Alright, why the fuck is Ratfucker building Panzer IVs? Oh my god, it's like he wants to lose. Like being a Hitler, like Tiger Tard. Oh my god, this is a triple cap on the Allies. Holy shit, this is a triple cap on the Allies. You need to be recapping this left side. Is he gonna use the SU-85 to cap? The SU-85 can't. I am in total, utter shock. What the fuck are you doing, boxes? You have 1,700 manpower and a Volksgrenadier squad. Put the Volksgrenadier squad in the VP and drop a Fallschirmjäger and fucking put it in the building. Then they can't come in and cap it. And you win the fucking game! Unironically, the fact that the Allies aren't, like, recapping this right side means that, like, they probably deserve to lose. But if you play like this, like, if you're playing, like, boxes is and just, like, making, like, just low, like, brain wave level plays like this, and, like, you know, buying 2 Yag Panzers instead of another fucking Yag Tiger and not repairing them and just, like, fucking treating your Stuka, just moving in with your Stukas into the VP. And, like, buying more Panzer IVs at fucking 57 minutes into the game when you can get a fucking Tiger and just, like, plop it in the middle and let it die, but, like, buy some time to cap the VPs. You deserve to lose more. Like, here comes the vet-free MG, gonna decap the middle, and now the left side is gonna be decapped, so the middle is gonna be recapped most likely by the Nazis. But the fact that this is not a triple cap anymore is gonna buy the Allies more time. It's still possible that the Allies lose this, by the way, because they're down to 55 points. This is, like, potentially really dangerous. Here comes an incendiary. No. An incendiary? That's not an incendiary. That's a major arty. Fucking major arty. Fucking major arty. Wait! They're not gonna cap the VPs because of the major. This fucking major should be fucking promoted. He's just, like... His value is through the fucking roof. Are they seriously gonna delay the capping of the extremely important VP just because of a fucking major arty? It doesn't do anything to infantry. Haven't you fucking played this game? Holy moly Christ, I'm so fucking pissed at these people. Anyway, SU-85s and ISU-152 setting up shop around the middle area. However, the Nazis also have set up shop around the middle area. There goes one of the Jagd Panzers. Oh, the Panzer IVs are being fed into the meat grinder. Rangers trying to come in to desperately cap the point, but it's not gonna work. The crude Panzer IV, of course, is gonna be useless. ISU-152 is just plowing through these Nazi tanks. Here comes the Calliopes trying to like clear the field and allow the Allied infantry to cap perhaps, but there's not a lot of Allied infantry even left. Where's the fucking King Tiger? The King Tiger's over here. It's not moving in because of the fear of the ISU-152. This fucking IS-2 needs to move in. This IS-2 needs to move fucking in. Incendiary Stukas. Yeah, that was effective. Wipes out the Rangers, but here comes the guards at the Zedbliat. They're trying to come in, and they finally cap the right side. Fucking MVP Rifleman coming in at the last second to cap the right side, which was undefended this whole time. But like, come on, Nazis, you fucking should have realized that this was going on. Now you used Fallschirmjägers. Where did you use the Fallschirmjägers? You're fucking using your Fallschirmjägers to the left side. Fucking now you're doing this. Allies, you really need to like counter this though in some way. Like, you really need to. He's placed mines! He's actually placed mines! Wait, where are the Fallschirmjägers? Excuse me? Where are those Fallschirmjägers? Where did they drop? Population cap reached. What? I think I know what happened. So he could use Fallschirmjägers because he was like below 91 pop cap, right? And now, because none of these units are new, right? Like none of these units here are new. They're all they all must have reinforced right now and made them go over because you could not click the button if you were over pop cap. So that means that he was under pop cap when he clicked the button, right? And then he reinforced and went over pop cap, and his Fallschirmjägers just disappeared into thin air and just never dropped. And now he can't cap the VP. No, he can't cap the VP. They're down to 24 points. Why isn't this infantry moving? Oh no, he's gonna use the Valiant Assault to try to get there faster. But it might be too late because he's dropping 1 VP every 3 seconds. So he's got like a minute to go before he loses the game. Here comes the... No, you don't have it. Oh no, now he's gonna use breakthrough tactics. At the very least, he's using breakthrough tactics. Okay, good. Fair, Kentlinimo. I gave you shit for the breakthrough tactics earlier, but this is a good moment to use breakthrough tactics. Unfortunately, I am inside your walls with your Calliope, and the Calliope barrages... And the Calliope barrages just barely prevent the Germans from capturing the VP, while the Allies are capturing the middle VP at the same time! Now finally the Nazis have gone in and taken the left side with the Valiant Assault. They have, of course, taken a bunch of damage from the mines. But the Allies are gonna cap the right side. They have the center. Who's gonna cap first? Holy shit. Are the Allies seriously gonna lose this? It might. It might look like an Allied loss. I'm not sure why the fuck the Su-85 is moving to the left. Here comes the ISU-152. Even the ISU-152 isn't the best unit for this, though. The IS-2 needs to go there. It's the IS-2 that needs to go here and like, wipe out the infantry quickly because the ISU-152 is going to take for fucking ever. And he's also loading armor-piercing rounds. Here comes the strafing run. There is no infantry, though, to recap. And the Nazis are capping the right side with their fucking machine guns. But the Calliopes are almost back up. The Allies do have a bit of a sort of mattress window. 45 VPs. The fucking smoke? Excuse me? Why the fuck is there a Panzer IV here? We need some Allied armor here. We fucking need some Rangers coming in. Calliope gonna maybe wipe the machine gun. Well, definitely like make it more difficult for the machine gun to do anything. It's like almost dead. In there, the machine gun is gonna die, but the Panzer IV is gonna try to run them over. No, it's not. You should try to run them over. Panzer IV, what the fuck are you doing? Run them over. What the fuck? Here comes a Vet 4 Panzer Fusilier. Can it stop it? But there's another Ranger coming in. The Nazis are down to 5 points. They're capping the mid, but they don't have any more like fucking rapid cap. They're losing the left because of the mines. The mines made it so that they don't have enough infantry units, and now the Z tards are gonna cap the left side BP. The Ziggers are in. The right side, the Calliopes, sorry, are like annihilating every single axis, like soft target that goes in, but it's not capped because of whatever reason. The Panzer IV. What is this smoke? Was that a Ranger using smoke or? What kind of smoke? Oh, that was the Major using... This fucking Major is like so valuable. This Major fucking won the game for the Allies. Using the smoke to prevent the Panzer IV from fucking killing these units. And at the same time, it looks like the middle was... Why is this Stuka like incendiaring like this? Why isn't it incendiaring like this to prevent the Allies from moving in? I don't fucking know. They would have lost anyway because of the right side and left side being captured. So many mistakes from all the sides. But this was also a pretty fun game. Holy shit. This is the title is gonna be fucking MVP Major. Like absolute. This motherfucker. Look at him. Look at the cold dead stare in his eyes. He's like, the things I have done cannot be undone. Like, the things I have seen cannot be unseen. On my way to, like, collect ridiculously, like, overvalued, compared to later dates, salary and, like, benefits from the government to get an education. And, well, he's a major. He's an officer, so perhaps he's already, like, educated. And go on to, like... pass on my trauma to my wife and kids by beating them, like instead of like dealing with it like in a healthy way, and then be called the greatest generation and be idolized by fucking retarded ass reactionaries on the internet fucking 70 years later. Anyway, with that, I will leave you guys to it. It's been a pleasure. This was a great replay. It was also fucking terrible. Just what the fuck was this replay? Anyway, I want to thank y'all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you soon, I guess. Yeah, I will. Bye.